for our very last class is Professor Fai.
So what I do is actually, on the sideline, I'm a boxing coach. And then my real job, not very healthy, I'm a full-time DJ.
Go club it!
So I guess I have a nice balance between like day and then night. I try to have a good balance.
So today's subject in school is how to best care for yourself 101. I can think of a few ways to care for myself.
Walking in and seeing Fai in the prof seat made me sweat a little bit because this man has seen sides of me that no one should have ever seen. In the club.
If you're sweating, take off your hoodie, honey.
Okay, right now we're gonna play You're Gonna Lose!
You're gonna lose!
You're gonna lose! It's on! It's on!
Okay, so what's gonna happen is that we're gonna show you guys a few yoga poses. And then who does it the fastest and the right one must be correct lah. If wrong then cannot right. Okay, this is gonna win.
So this is my first time doing yoga like ever, so I have no idea how it's gonna turn out. And I think my buddy is Joel. So yeah, let's see how it goes.
I'm damn competitive. I know Jermaine is competitive and we are gonna win this. Boys better watch out.
Yoga usually is no problem, but yesterday I just did yoga, so my legs really hurt. So hopefully Daisy can hard carry me for today. She looks like a very good dancer.
3,
Yeah, okay.
2, 1.
Let's go!
What is this, Joel?
Joel, you gotta commit! Come on, Joel! Joel, you're supposed to maintain the spot! He was there for a nanosecond!
All I saw was you just fall.
First of all, I didn't sign up for this. I need to talk to my manager, and I
You
don't
don't have a manager!
Lean back, not lean forward!
I don't do yoga.
This is my first time doing
That's not
this.
yoga!
Listen to me!
Yes.
I'm the prof! Okay. Put your hand there, No, down. Easy.
Who does the point go to?
Of course you all yeah.
So we just need it for, I don't know, validation of that.
3, 2, 1.
Wow!
Okay, legs together. Feet. Give me the feet.
Alright. You got it! Joel! You got a phone! Joel! I didn't even know! You see this? I betrayed! We got this immediately! The other thing! Joel, don't even try it! Look at this! Joel! Try! Just try, please!
Honestly, I just feel so bad for Brightman. Like the moment they showed the game, I already knew we were gonna lose.
So we confirm cannot.
Ready?
Brightman is very
3,
positive.
2,
Yes.
1.
Let's go! I think his skill,
Just fall at it.
No, I don't know.
Hey! My teammate's not cooperating!
Daisy and Jermaine have a lot of experience in yoga, so I think that's why they could execute.
Sit on you.
Yeah?
Yes, so I'll sit on you.
Okay, so you get up.
I'm gonna go there.
Yeah.
I think you need to spot me.
Okay, you leave
Yeah,
that
grab your
first.
legs and then-
Wait, you
and
must
then-
wait.
Put your core, put your core.
Holding.
Okay, and
Hey,
then...
Jermaine, help lah!
Okay, I'm gonna go back.
Go back.
Go back! Let's go!
Jump,
You need CPR or what?
I think let's just let them win this.
At least there's something.
What's that dead fish?
You're gonna lose? More like you're gonna die. What the f is this?
Yeah, you need to sit on the floor.
Lean on it.
Okay, then full hand.
Ready?
Done. You guys are done.
Wait, I think.
Okay.
You guys are done.
You gotta put your legs on top.
Oh my god.
Yes.
The table.
Joe, you gotta put your legs up. Joe, hold the hands. Not the. Why am I holding your legs?
Got money!
Whoa, wait, Jeremy, calm down. It's just $1. You know it's useless. Just 50 cents.
Joel is wearing a fitness first sock. Scammer, this guy! This guy is scammer!
Joe, you just got
Wearing a fitness first sock.
Fitness first represent.
Scammer!
fitness first represent.
for the showers.
Shower. And 3 and go.
Okay, put your leg on top. Yeah. Hold hands, hold hands, hold hands.
All the way.
Hold hands.
Come on, let's go.
So good!
Honestly, I felt so harassed by the guys and the predicament they were in. I was like, please get it out of my face. It's your ass fragment in my face.
Sorry, the squats.
Yeah.
Sorry. You be pop.
Do you think you could do some of the yoga poses then?
I think I can okay, sorry.
Do it.
Alright, let's commit, ready? Okay, ready? Oh! Let's go.
Okay guys, I take back what I said. I think I'll stick to boxing for now. So obviously we have a winner, right guys?
Us?
Yeah!
We won!
And the winner.
Effort-wise, they win lah.
Yeah.
So win effort-wise.
They really tried lah, they really tried.
That's a pity win.
Hey!
But
Win.
the winners are obviously...
Woo!
Yeah.
YOGA-NNA LOSE.
If you get an award for effort, then you guys will win. I'll be teaching you guys how to best take care of yourself 101.
Wow.
Self-love.
Okay.
So I want to hear, Brightman, because you had like a bit of a transformation journey.
yeah.
Oh.
So I'm like interested to hear your story.
I guess at this one point in my life, I was really like, my mental health was at this like down low, and my health also, my physical health was also pretty bad. I was gaining a lot of weight. Yeah, it was really unsightly. I really felt like shit. So I took it upon myself to, start a workout regime on my own, and really started a journey for better physical and mental health.
What was the trigger though? Like what made you wanna have that change?
Heartbreak.
Oh.
Too relatable, my man!
Yeah, heartbreak. And you know, when the person's like, they don't like you for your physical form, they say that they're like a bit fat.
Relatable as bro. I think there's a fine line though between using it as motivation to, get better for yourself and then, wanting a revenge body to make the person feel jealous. And I feel like it starts on that revenge body path and eventually turns into self-love. But man, you look so good at the end of it. Like, wow. And then you feel good. Bruh.
Oi! If you are Brightman's ex, 4 PM Pioneer Mall, settle.
Ever since I became a coach, a boxing coach, I realized that a lot of people start their fitness journey through a heartbreak. Actually, like majority, like 90%. That's what I realized. Sometimes like I can be coaching someone and then I just ask them like, oh, how do you get interested in boxing? And then sometimes you say like, oh, my husband say I'm damn fat.
Okay, that's
like
mean. That's mean.
Yeah. Or like for example, like the girl go for another guy that's more muscular, so he wants to like toughen up.
So they got like box halfway then.
To be honest with you, during my class, right? During my class at still boxing, right? So the last round, it's called the freestyle round. So that's where it's like 3 minutes. I always say, I want you guys to envision the person that you hit the most on the back. And then when I start the music, and then you can hear everyone like, they really smash the back.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't really relate to the whole using violence kind of thing. If I hate someone, I just use this. I play mind games.
What about you guys?
Sorry, I got pearls in my mouth. Mine's a bit interesting. I've always had a really fluctuating relationship with like fitness. There would be times and periods where I'd be like really in the mood to work out and I'd do it like 5 days a week, and then that would last for like 3 weeks, and then I'd be like, oh, I deserve a break. And then I wouldn't touch any weights for like a month. And then I go into this like, oh, I hate myself because I didn't like stay consistent or whatever. So it's been this really like tumultuous journey. But coming out of that, I realized like it's okay if you're not like consistent with it. Like I've learned to like treat myself better over it, because your lifestyle changes, like your work hours change, your mood change. Girls, our hormones change, that affects everything.
When I was done at school, I didn't want to work out.
Yeah.
Like I hate strength training, I hate all these things, right? But I finally got PT last year, and it really helped. Once a week, just
Yeah.
just once a week,
Yeah.
consistent. It really helped. At the start of this year, I had a keyhole surgery and I couldn't work out for 2 months, and I was devastated. I was like, all the work that I did for 1 year is all gone because I had to start from square one, lower weights and all that. But if that ever happens to you, where you have to step away from working out for a while, don't be dejected. Your strength will never be back to zero.
Yeah.
You spend so much time working.
Yeah,
on
because
it.
you build already.
Correct.
Muscle
Yeah, but I didn't know that. I
Yeah.
was so sad. Yeah, I was so sad. And I was crying about it.
When I was like 24, 25, I was a bit like you, right? I went on the gym thing. So I ate chicken breast and broccoli 3 times a day. So breakfast, lunch, dinner, I did it for 6 months. I remember like it was during lunchtime. I forgot to bring my packed meal, my lunch, right? So I was at this Chap Chai Peng store with my friend. So I was like, wow, what to eat? My friend was like, order the vegetable lah. So I did it, I put. And then my friend beside me asked me like, bro, when was the last time you ate rice? And then I said, oh, I can't remember.
Oh my.
Then he's like, hey bro, you just try this scoop ah. He said, just try one time only, it's okay.
Yeah.
Then he take from the curry. He scoop one good one. He said, try. Then I was like, wow, 6 months I swear, I'm not even kidding. Okay? When I put it in my mouth, right, I felt like orgasm, like my body shiver. Like my body shiver. Like when I took it right, when I ate it right, I was like, I did it like. I swear, because I was deprived
He
of.
said when he ate the Cai Fan, right, he was like. I saw his whole face shaking.
Because sometimes you take lime, and then like you put like lime in your mouth, and then the thing goes down. Like I felt the curry, like my saliva from here drop. Then I felt it go down my throat. Right from that moment on, no regrets.
I will never look at Cai Fan the same way ever again. I will eat ban mian from now on. Recently, I've started incorporating long walks. So I go on
By the beach.
Alone?
alone. Yeah, alone.
No hand
With podcasts. Yeah, as my company. Yeah, so I listen to podcasts while walking. Actually, it's less intense than going to like a gym or whatever, and it's actually still good. I find it like good for mental health. You have alone time, and I find that really nice.
It's really going at your own pace. Yeah.
Even though yes, it's quiet is good, but then sometimes it gets too quiet, and you're like, and then I switch from podcast to Christian music.
Now you remember God. Now you remember God.
Jesus, take it.
This is a podcast of
As you can tell, Joel is very much single. And that's why when he goes on long walks, he goes alone. Hey, JK.
So honestly speaking, right, when was the last time you guys actually did like a health checkup?
I've never done one.
Okay, because I personally don't as well. So I'm not
I
so
have
sure.
never.
Yeah.
This is very bad of us We all...
Yeah.
What? No! Not the right panel!
Okay, guys. Like sometimes I do also want to wonder whether if I have like any underlying health issues that I really
Yeah.
There's that curiosity. I want to know.
I think we're coming to an age where now we have to start worrying for our parents and caring for our parents as well. And I think that like having conversations with friends and whatnot, I realized a lot of our friends' parents are also starting to get sick at this age. Then that led to the conversation of like, I think you guys should go get regular checkups these days and whatnot. And then as I was saying all those things, I was also realizing that like how come I don't go for checkups, right? And I think it's about time that I think we start doing that.
Like if we talk about mental health, like we all work and we all do multiple things. How do you guys prevent like mental burnout? Like keep your mind healthy? Like if I want to sit down and just rest for 1 hour in my long ass day, I feel bad. I feel
And then sometimes it's not about money. It's like, should I create content? Right. For
or
you.
like should I be doing something else?
Right.
But you just gotta be firm with yourself.
What I've been practicing is saying no, which is really hard to do.
I cannot say no.
Yeah.
It's
same,
so hard to do.
Like if you have an offer and you're already booked to the max,
like how can you fit it in, right?
Yeah.
And there was a time where I would just say yes to everything, and everything that came my way, if it was like the same day as something else, or if there was a very small window in between, I would like really try to make it work. So I didn't want to be that person who would say no. I want to be someone who's always working, and maybe that speaks to something as well. Are we distracting ourselves from something? Is our self-worth tied to our career? So that's something I've had to think about. Having
so many conversations with friends and whatnot, they're like, you need to have rest time, you can't do work all the time. But it's like, it's a conscious choice, it's a decision that I'm like, I want to do work. Also making sure that I still have playtime as an adult, which it used to be scheduled in, right? In school you have recess, you have like friends that would hang out after school. It's kind of like weaved in, but as an adult, you're kind of like the one controlling your own schedule. And I realized that I love to play. Like, I mean, a lot of you know I love to party, I love to go out, and that to me is my avenue of fun. I know like it's so cliche to be like, oh, like, play hard, work hard, but I think I play very hard also because I know that I work very hard, and that to me is enough.
Don't try to solve everything at once. Compartmentalize the thoughts first. Like, okay, this problem. Which problem is the first to solve? And then you solve. Meditation also helps. I'll wake up, I'll open the balcony door, very huge, no light. I will sit in my living room for 10 minutes, total silence. If your life is very hectic, take 10 minutes to just think of how you're going to execute your day.
Well, you know what? Breathing is so important. You have to breathe into your belly, guys. If you breathe into your chest, you're going to get so tense and so, like, it's not going to help you. So practice breathing into your belly. When babies are born, they scream and they cry. Why do they scream so loud? Because they're breathing correctly. So they're not breathing up here. They're not like, ah! They're really like, ah! Because they're breathing right. So if you want to let it out, breathe deeper.
At which point do you know you have to get professional help? Like, you can't just rely on your friends or your family. I think it should be the point where, let's say, like, you are crying every day, you know, there's nobody that can talk you out of it, you're contemplating self-harm or suicide or anything like that. I think that's when you really need to consider seeking professional help, because your life is more important than anything, and it will get better one day.
It really will.
Like, it really will. Coming from us.
It really will.
One day you may say, you know what, I don't want to be on this earth anymore, there's no point in life, but you will find a meaning in life. Just give it time and trust yourself.
There's a quote I have that is something that I always hold on to if I do find myself in like a low place, and it's like, it'll all be okay in the end, and if it's not okay, then it's not the end. Yeah. I like that one. Yeah, go for it.
Self-love should not be conditional. You should love yourself regardless, right? Not because of how much money you have, not because of how much success you have. Self-love should always be there, even if you don't have those things. Yes, it may be tougher, but that's the only way. Like, if you have that foundation secure, then you can grow up and move on.
Have you guys?
I went to a therapist.
Yeah.
How does that help? Like,
School counselor?
Like, as in
a therapist, yeah.
Yeah, so the therapist, what they will do, they won't actually give you direct help. They won't tell you like, alright, do this and we all good. It's actually, what they do, right, is they will, okay, you tell them everything. Okay, firstly you gotta be comfortable to tell them everything. And then what they will do is give you different perspectives to look at your problem. Eventually, I think after you hear all these different point of views, they will ask you, now that you know, what will you do?
Interesting.
So yeah, it sort of empowers you, because most of the time when people are in this like dark or helpless situations, they tend to be like, I've got nothing to do, I've got no energy, I can't do this. But I think that the therapist lays out all the open avenues for you to look at.
Opens your eyes.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god, I can do so many more things. And when that happens, it's like, oh yeah, right.
But we do acknowledge that, you know, seeking help, like professional help, even a psychiatrist or a therapist, like that is a privilege. We have to acknowledge that.
Yeah, definitely.
Straight up. Thank you so much for catching today's episode of NXT University. School is out!
I want to dance on the table, but I can't.
Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and tell us your mental health tips. And like Daisy said, it'll all be okay in the end. If it's not okay,
It's not the end.
yay!
Beautiful.
Bye! I'm never going back to school.
I could never.
Hey guys, if you're like me and you love winning prizes, make sure you stay tuned to our Instagram page and Telegram page, that's the Next Level channel, to look out for the contest details.